Home should be a place where you can come and take your armor off from the day and truly just relax and be at peace. Nothing running in your mind, making you feel like you got to continue to work at home. But for many busy professionals and entrepreneurs, this is just not the case. Hey y'all, I'm Ebony, the creator of Humble Enhancement, a professional home organization company where we help you to reclaim your space and your mind at the same time. When you're running a business or working at a high performing career job, it's easy for your home to become cluttered because you're constantly running and doing other things, and your mind is set to going home and just relaxing. So when you come home, yeah, you may take off your armor from the day, but you also clutter up your space by not putting things away because you don't have systems in place to catch all of the weight that falls off of you from the day. This turns your space into more like a storage unit where you just go and drop things off and leave it and forget it to deal with it on a later day. And I'm sure when you brought that home or purchased that apartment or townhome, the vision that you have for that space, I'm sure you wasn't thinking about transforming it into a storage unit. If you're anything like me, I'm sure you didn't work hard just to live in a storage unit or facility. Before I share the top 3 areas to declutter, go and grab a coffee, your tea. The first top area to declutter is the garage or the attic. I get it. I get it. Hold on. Why that area first? I believe that if you tackle the hard things first, it makes it easier for you to tackle the easier things later. So go to the garage or the attic and grab one box or one container and sit down and go through the whole entire container. As you go through the container, declutter the items that are broken or damaged, or even the projects that you left unfinished. 9 times out of 10, if you shoved it in either one of these areas, you're likely not going to work on that project again. The reason being is if you really wanted to work on that project, you would have actively taken the measures to figure out the best times and weeks to work on this project. However, this was not the case for you. For the items that you keep, ask yourself, how would I honor this within my house? Do I even have a place for this? If you don't have a place to honor it within your household, but you feel like you must keep it, ask yourself this question: will I use it at least 80 to 95% of the time? If not, then it's best that you bless someone else with this item as long as it's in good condition. Or you cannot find a place within your house to store it, to actually use it, then it's actually time to just let it go and bless somebody else with that item. Because it's taking up mental bandwidth, you can be using that mental space for something else that actually brings you peace and joy or just some relaxation. Now, if you are fighting me right now on whether or not to donate something because it costs X amount of dollars or this item was expensive, let me say this to you. If you think that you can sell it, then sell it. However, I suggest that you donate versus sell. Hold up. Before you give me more pushback, let me explain to you why it's better to just donate versus sell. When it comes to selling, there's a lot that goes into selling. You gotta first figure out where you're going to sell this item. You have to figure out how much you want for this item. You got to do a little bit of market research to figure out the actual value of this item and if it has depreciated over time. You have to also figure out where you're going to store these items for easy access for when you have to pack and ship. Oh, that's another problem too. When you have to buy packing items and packages and shipping labels, or you may have to just print off some shipping labels depending on what platform you decide that works best for you. Next, you have to write a description for each and every item that you put on the platform. You also have to take pictures. You have to be very active in answering people's questions. And Lord have mercy, do not let somebody negotiate a price and try to lowball you. You're going to constantly be going back and forth. That is taking up mental bandwidth that I believe that you don't have as a busy professional or entrepreneur. And lastly, there is shipping costs, seller fees, and also gas fees for you driving back and forth to the post office to drop that item off. And God forbid that a person wants to return an item. That is another hassle that you will have to deal with just trying to sell an item. Actually, selling your items versus donating them turns into a business. Is that something that you really want to do? Do you want to run another business? The second top area to declutter is all of the places that you like to shove things in. This can be a cabinet, a drawer, that hall closet that you've been putting off looking at. All of these areas silently stay on your mind that has you constantly avoiding these areas. These commonly used areas causes the most stress. Taking the time to declutter these areas will reduce stress and bring peace and clarity within your mind. The third top area is anything that has a surface. This is your counter, this is your dining room table, your side table, anything that has a surface. Having a buildup of clutter is just a sign that says, I need a system right here. Please help me. For example, you may have a pile of papers at the front door. This means that you just need to make a system in that area for keeping that space free of clutter. The strategy that I have found to reduce paper clutter in your house is having a receptacle or bin in that area where you enter to throw away the items that are not important. When it comes down to donating, I want you to be very mindful that the donation center is not a garbage facility. The donation center responsibility is not built to deal with your trash like a garbage company. To know whether or not an item is donation worthy, ask yourself this question. If I saw this item on the shelf, would I actually pick it up and buy it? Or would I question, like, why in the world would they even put this on the shelf? This should be in the trash. If you are catching yourself saying that the item should be trashed, that is a sign that it needs to go in the trash versus going to a donation center. I want to know, which area are you going to declutter first? And remember, if you want to live a life fearlessly, you must declutter on all aspects of your life. Have a great day and subscribe to Humble Enhancement's channel.